So Opposition Leader Mark Golding's 2023 Statutory Declaration has now been published. What's in it? And why did publishing it cause the Integrity Commission to be accused of bias? And speaking of statutory declarations, what's happening with that of the Prime Minister? Stay tuned. I'm Dionne Jackson-Miller. All right, there's a lot of questions. Let me just remind you though, a statutory declaration is something that you file as a public servant if you fall into a certain category or if you earn above a certain amount of money. And the idea is that you file this declaration listing out your income, your assets, and your liabilities. So because you file it every year, the authorities can track how much wealth you have, and to make sure that the wealth you have, or the amount of money you have, can be explained based on your income and not from some kind of illicit activities, like for instance taking bribes. So let me start now as well with the most recent claim that the Integrity Commission is biased, and that's because the statutory declaration for Mr. Golding was published on Sunday, November 24, 2024. Why was this an issue? Well, that was the same day JLP had been having their big conference, their annual conference, where Prime Minister Andrew Holness, the head of the JLP, was going to make his big speech to conference. So on the day of the JLP conference, the Integrity Commission issues a public notice at about 6 a.m. on social media platform X. And it says that the gazette containing the summary of Mr. Golding's 2023 declaration had been published. The Commission said the summary was also published in the Sunday Gleaner and the Sunday Observer for that same day. So why was this an issue? Remember, Prime Minister Andrew Holness's statutory declarations have not been certified by the Integrity Commission for the past few years. When you look at the website now, you see Mr. Golding's declarations up to 2023. The last one you see for Dr. Holness is 2020. And remember also, he's now in a legal battle with the Integrity Commission in relation to their refusal to certify his declarations. So the timing of this did look away, not lie. The very morning of the JLP conference, this comes out. And what it seemed to be emphasizing is that Mr. Golding's declarations had been certified while the Prime Minister's declarations had not. So people started to cuss. State Minister and Government MP Juliet Cuthbert Flynn said, "Uno is a set pon a Sunday, our conference day. Tell me about showing your colour. Then you wish the public to believe you are unbiased? I think not. Integrity Commission, clean up your act for us, the Jamaican people. We need real integrity." Another person said, "We see you, Integrity Commission. We clearly see how partisan you are releasing this notice on the day of the JLP conference. Nothing you ever say will be trusted. This is a failed entity and you're showing your true colours every day to Jamaicans." Somebody else said, "Go one side with this. On a too disgusting, man. Enough is enough. Why you wait until today to post this? You wait until today of all days to post it. We don't care. We see you for what you really are." Now, for argument's sake, let's assume that every single person making an objection or criticizing the Integrity Commission on this is a supporter of the JLP. It doesn't really matter because there is a valid question. Why publish on this day? So the Integrity Commission did respond. This is what they said. They said they noticed that they were being accused of bias and or of acting politically to embarrass the Prime Minister by publishing the Gazette on November 24, the same day as the JLP's annual conference. They said in particular, they are accused of waiting for almost 1 month to publish the Gazette. So they set out the chronology of events, what happened when. They said on October 29, the summary of the statutory declaration was signed by the Integrity Commission's chairman and sent to the Governor General and Jamaica Printing Service. They said on November 11, they got an email from Jamaica Printing Services with the first draft of the Gazette for them to review. They say on November 12, they emailed back Printing Services indicating that they wanted a correction made. They said November 19, so this is now a week later, They said there had been several failed attempts to contact the relevant official at the Jamaica Printing Services, but they said they eventually, on November 19, made contact by phone. They asked for the amendment. The corrected version of the Gazette was then emailed to the Integrity Commission that morning. That same day, they said they sent written instructions to the Jamaica Gleaner and the Jamaica Observer to start preparing artwork to publish the Gazette on Sunday, November 24. So on Sunday, November 24, the Gazette was published in the Gleaner, in the Observer as well, and that was the first Sunday following the finalization of the Gazette by the Integrity Commission and Jamaica Printing Services. They said the Gazette was automatically uploaded to the Integrity Commission's website at 12:01 a.m. on November 24 to coincide with its publication in the Gleaner and Observer. And at 6:01 a.m. they tweeted the link to the website on X to ensure that everybody could find the Gazette at the same time, whether via print media or social media. And they said last year they faced significant criticism for not posting the Gazette on the website on the same day it was in the print media. They also said the Gazette containing the summary of statutory declarations is always published by the Integrity Commission in the Sunday papers on the first Sunday immediately following them receiving the finalized and approved Gazette from the Jamaica Printing Services. They said it is never published on any other day. They said this year's publication was in keeping with that practice. And stick a pin here. You hear the word practice? I'm going to come back to that. So the Integrity Commission said there was absolutely nothing untoward in the instructions that were given to the Gleaner and the Observer by the Integrity Commission to publish a Gazette on Sunday, November 24. They said they're not influenced one way or the other by extraneous matters. They're committed to the rule of law and they'll continue to follow their established standard operating procedures. Look, I believe in the Integrity Commission. I have great faith in and great respect for the commissioners. I do not believe the Integrity Commission is biased. Let me say that again, because I've said it before. I am starting to wonder, though, if, with the greatest of respect, they lack a little bit of perspective, flexibility, common sense, maybe, or just stubborn. Because honestly, I don't think this should have happened. So look at what they say. They say publishing the summary of Mr. Golding's declarations on the first Sunday after the Commission gets the Gazette is in keeping with its practice, and that there was nothing untoward with it being published on the Sunday of the JLP conference. Practice meaning that's how we always do it. Practice doesn't mean it's something that's set in stone or that we can't adjust based on the circumstances if there happens to be terrible timing on the day we want to publish. The Commission says there was nothing untoward in publishing the summary on the day of the JLP conference. Well, I would respectfully say that what was untoward was that it was the day of the JLP conference. What was untoward is that the Commission is now in a legal battle with the leader of the Jamaica Labour Party, who is the Prime Minister. If the Commission had said that according to the law, we have to publish on the first Sunday after we get the Gazette, nobody can argue with that. You have to follow the law. But that's not what they said. They said it's our practice. Well, vary the practice in the interest of common sense. Vary the practice in the interest of protecting the Commission against unnecessary attacks at a time when you are under fire. What purpose all this serve, right? Look, I believe you fight the fights that need fighting. I think the Integrity Commission has a whole heap of fights that need fighting, that they need to fight. This was not one of them. I can't believe that in this entire organization of supremely qualified and extremely bright people, nobody put up their hand and say, excuse me, I think this is a bad idea. I think we need to hold it for a week. If nobody did that, then everybody there needs a listening something. I don't know. And if somebody did, why weren't they listened to? Come on, Integrity Commission, come on. This was just unnecessary. That is what you call an own goal. So having said all of this, what did the summary say about Mr. Golding's statutory declaration? It said he declared Jamaican dollar income for 2023 of 70.5 million, total Jamaican dollar assets of 165.6 million, and total Jamaican dollar liabilities of 1.2 million. In euros, he had assets of 9,700. In US dollars, he had income of 324,000, assets of 995,000, and liabilities of 4,400. And where are we with the Prime Minister's statutory declarations? Just a reminder that Dr. Holness had applied for leave to apply for judicial review of the Integrity Commission's actions in not certifying his statutory declarations and also in referring companies associated with him to the Financial Investigations Division and to Tax Administration. Judicial review, just to remind you, is a two-stage process. First, you ask for permission or leave to apply for judicial review. Then if you get the permission, you can then go ahead and apply for judicial review when the matter will be heard fully and completely. And the whole idea of this is to make sure you're not wasting the court's time. So if it's a full application you're bringing, they can throw it out at the first stage. So Dr. Holness is now at that first stage. And on December 6th, we get to hear if he gets leave or permission to apply for judicial review when he'll move on to the second stage. You can watch my videos that I've done a whole series of videos on the judicial review application, so you can learn more about the background if you want. And of course, I'll do a video once we hear what the ruling is on December 6th. So remember, like the video, subscribe to the channel, share the video as well with somebody you think might be interested, all right? All of that helps the channel grow. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Dionne. I'll see you next time.